I would like to say, first and foremost, that I have been depressed most of my life, and so depressed that I've been suicidal. This doesn't make me a therapist, of course, or qualified in any professional way to give you advice on this subject. But I can say with confidence that I know how it feels to be depressed, and I also know how to build a life where you can be happy. I overcame my depression. First, let me tell you that I was living alone, and I didn't have the blessings of having friends or family coming over to visit me or checking up on me. I didn't exactly feel like reaching out to someone telling them, hey, guess what, I'm depressed, can you please come over? Because I felt drained, ashamed, and tired of everything. I blamed many people for my depression, which now I realized was wrong. I wasn't eating well. At one point, I didn't have a job. I didn't feel like exercising or going out. Everything seemed pointless. Life seemed so meaningless, and I couldn't find joy in almost anything. I cried most of the time and felt as if I was all alone in this world, and that no one was ever going to love me, see me, or care for me again. I thought that it wouldn't matter to anyone if I was gone, if I wasn't here. So therefore, what was the point of living a life like mine, a life which I was doomed to be lonely and miserable? I used to think about the mean words people used to say about me. You're not good enough, you're not responsible enough, you're lazy, you wouldn't ever find a man of your dreams because you're not that great, you should be happy with whatever you get. Those are just some of many more nasty things I had to hear from people in my life, and these words haunted me like a ghost, and thought to myself, maybe they are right. Maybe there really is something wrong with me, and maybe I'm not worth the happiness, love, and peace that so many other people out there have in their lives. If I earned your trust by telling you about a part of my past that was really difficult at the time, that I have some real words of wisdom for you, I like to talk about trust because I really need you to trust me when I say that I know how it feels. I've been there. I've experienced exactly what you are going through or what you have gone through, but I bet the feelings you feel, I felt too. I really want you to listen to what I'm about to tell you because if I can do it, if I can change my life, so can you. You can start with the healing process that will set you free from suffering and pain. We all feel pain. We all suffer every now and then. We are all in this together, and I want to show you how I got out of my misery into my greatness, brilliance, and truth. All I wish to do is to share what helped me to get out of my depression and to live my life, and I sincerely hope it can help you do the same. Number 1, never ever believe people's nasty opinions about you. People like to talk. Some of them like to talk about what they shouldn't. When someone says something nasty to you, you must understand that it has so much more to do with them than you. Many people will try to tell you who you are and what you should do, and that you do what you deserve and what you don't. These people are more often tend to show up when they're more vulnerable to hurt. Bottom line is, don't believe their opinions, especially when they are so negative about you. They want to put you in a box like so many people tried doing to me, and I believed them at the time because unfortunately I had 2 less people who could tell me otherwise. But see, it doesn't matter. If you feel like the whole world is against you, there will always be someone who loves you and likes you and needs to hang around people like that, the way I choose to do so. Number 2, get far, 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 far away from people who put you down and are negative to your spirit. It doesn't matter if these people are your family, friends, or the only person you hang out with. You need to get away from them, even if you want to get out of feeling depressed. They are toxic to your spirit, to your heart, and instead of lifting you up, they will always drag you down to the bottom of the ocean because they're usually the people who always put others down. So you need to get out of the negative relationships, negative environments, and if you can't leave, then keep the distance. A huge one. It doesn't matter how hard it is, you will soon realize that this is the best things you can do for yourself, to focus on healing yourself and loving yourself. Feel your pain and set yourself free. I was alone and I felt my stomach turning out of fear of loneliness and other strange feelings, which I didn't understand all the time. I did what my therapist told me. Let my feelings come. Allow yourself to be in the moment with your emotions. Doing this will make you heal. Yes, you'll be one step closer to letting go of your depression. You will set yourself free every time you allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're actually feeling. Feel all the sensations in your body. Maybe it's your heart beating faster. Maybe it's the tears rolling down your cheeks. Maybe it's a sense of your pain in your chest or head. It doesn't matter what or where you feel the pain. It matters is what you feel it, completely and fully. It might be strange that allowing the pain to be there for a moment can actually make you suffer less, but that's how it really is. Try it next time and see for yourself. Suffering only comes when we avoid pain, and pain is going to be there throughout life in one form or another, just like pleasure. Instead of running away from it or distracting ourselves like TV, drugs, alcohol, sex, food, it's a lot more constructive and healing just to allow yourself to feel the pain. Depression can't be cured with love. It can be cured with self-love. I used to think that if someone would only care about me enough to invite me to their home or love me enough just to call me and check up on me, that I wouldn't be so depressed. Let me tell you, no one will ever check up on you if you don't. No one will call you, embrace you. That's just a part of life. And they also won't take care of you unless you do. And if you find someone who's willing to love you the way you are, you will still feel depressed because you're unsatisfied with yourself. You will feel unfinished business within yourself that no one can come and solve for you. No one can love you out of depression. It's an illusion to think that it can happen. My therapist showed me, but it came with a guidance that was all about to have self-practice of self-love. Every time we met, she gave me tools, techniques, books, etc. that all I had to do is to love myself. She asked me if I had been nice to myself, okay, or not. I never truly understood the concept of having a relationship with myself before until someone told me you can. And once you start loving yourself, your entire world will change. The world around you will follow your lead, and how you treat yourself, you got to start with you. Start treating yourself the way you want others to treat you. Please remember that you are worth of all love, happiness, and peace in the world. I can't stress that please enough here. Actually, I can't stress this entire sentence enough. Being depressed doesn't mean you are not worthy of having what you want. Don't fall for the trap that society, in many cases, family, friends, Facebook, social media in general, is trying to put out for you. Everyone has voices in the head that tells lies. You have to be very careful with the voices in your head, especially the negative ones. Write your truth. Write down your new truth about who you are and who you want to be. And lastly, stop comparing yourself to other people. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You're not supposed to look like someone else, be like someone else, or even live like someone else. Nobody's life is better than yours or worse than yours. This is all illusions that we create in our head. We think someone is better or worse than someone else. The only thing is that we choose what we create in our mind. Your mind is the most powerful possession that creates a world you love or you hate. You can give everything that you want if you only learn how to use it right. Last but not least, I want to tell you that there's nothing wrong with being depressed. I know it might sound stupid since we all been talking about the above and how to get out of depression. I know despite of knowing what to do and sometimes doing right things can still feel depressed. I know how it feels. I've been there, and that's completely fine. Whatever you have been through will take some time to heal, and that's normal. It's how it's supposed to be. These difficult tools will help you and help you heal much faster than if you would any other way. I still use all of the tools above. It's all become more of a habit and part of my life now rather than tools. I know now that I will be able to get out of depression if I ever feel depressed again, and hopefully live my life in such a way where I don't have to feel depressed ever again. But knowing that each and everything we need is to be truly happy is already inside of us. It takes practice, and it can be done by anyone. All my love goes out to you, and remember that if you feel like contacting me or just to talk to me or ask any question, please feel completely to do so. I'm all ears as a friend and as a fellow human being, of course.